Did you know that most play-to-earn games received funding back in 2021? There's essentially a backlog of high volume from the last crypto bull market back here, and now these projects are finally coming out with playable products that could very well translate into tons of money sooner than we think. Web3 gaming has just started and GALA Games is leading the charge into this new era. So in today's video, I'll be covering the recent updates surrounding the GALA Games ecosystem, the progression of Web3 and how these progressions will spur GALA Games further as an industry in the future. But quickly, before I get into it, if you enjoy the type of content and you want to see more in the future, then let me know by smashing the like button down below and subscribing to the channel with the post notification bell turned on. So firstly, we have two amazing videos put together by the GALA benefactor, one of which is showcasing the progression of one of GALA Games' most highly anticipated games, being that called Mirandas. From the bare bones of just brainstorming designs and builds in pre-production to finally exiting the pre-production, and this video just showcases its journey throughout the past 2 years. Mind-blowing stuff, just have a watch this.
In 2021, we started concepting out a fantasy MMO called Mirandas. Our vision was to create a different experience, one that's easier to play, brings adventure back with high stakes, offers an unpredictable world with living enemies, and allows for player-owned content. We set out to achieve this and discovered we weren't alone in our quest. There is a vast audience of gamers around the world who are excited to experience a true adventure. We also decided to share the adventure of making Mirandas with the community. We brainstormed designs and share internal builds called tech tests. Our initial community tech test was a rudimentary experience, featuring simple assets that allowed players to move around and test the concept's potential appeal and fun. To conclude the year, we prototyped some single-player mechanics and tested our multiplayer functionality. The single-player zone let you walk around a larger area than previous tests and get a sense of what exploration might feel like. We prototyped an enemy and got our first glimpse of what evil might look like in the world. The multiplayer test took place in a castle courtyard. We used this zone to prove out our network foundations before moving on to world building and other complex game systems. We restructured the tech stack, taking into account all of the lessons we learned from previous tech tests. We also initiated a complete art overhaul, opting for a more immersive and beautiful style. Our focus was on testing the performance of the new art style and how the new server communicates with projectiles triggering hits, damage, and death messages between servers. While it was a simple tech test, it demonstrated the potential of the new direction. Our latest playable will feature a much larger play area, 30 times larger than our previous Goblin Meadows tech test. Our goal for Mirandas is to set the scene and allow players to explore the world. The stage is set, and it's up to players to survive their first journey. We've assembled an elite team of senior game developers responsible for some of the most well-known titles in the industry, and they've established the engineering, art, and design foundations for Mirandas' first test adventure. This will be accompanied via a full-size zone complete with exploration, combat, and crafting. Players will need to gather resources to upgrade their gear, preparing them to take on supernatural creatures. There is a scourge in the land that players can only defeat if they're adequately equipped, possess the necessary skills, and know how to work together. While there is still a lot to develop, some of the core has stood up. We're excited to share this progress with our fans, and as usual, we could use your help, playing and helping us stress test. One thing of note, our fans on Discord have a saying, #MakeMirandas_hard. This latest playtest is tuned to be very difficult. It requires you to work in groups and approach danger with extreme caution, because if you die, you do have to start your adventure all over again.
It's these sort of videos that I love the most, seeing the progress, trusting the process. This reinforces my belief that these games coming out for GALA will be massive. The team working on this project are responsible for so many massive blockbuster games in the past, and some even more recently, like the recent Last Expedition. We have the Star Wars games that more recently came to us. We have Uncharted 4, we have the WoWs. This is a MMORPG game, and the creators and developers who helped create WoW are working on this project. This is going to be massive, and the team that GALA have behind numerous of their projects are also industry experts and responsible for creating so many iconic games, like Jason Briggs said in this interview.
He's the one that's leading the team, and he brought over an entire group of people. They're based out of Austin, Texas. It's a fully GALA-owned studio called 5x5 Interactives, and they are making this frigging epic game.
So Phil Wattenberger, and as soon as you type in his name, it pulls right up. He's the guy. He's the one that is working on Last Expedition.
He's a team lead for Last Expedition.
Okay, so let me read some of these things, which that's insane. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. He's worked on Doom. He's worked on Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Age of Booty Tactics, Call of Duty again, Ghosts, Halo 4, Halo Combat Evolved, Crimson Alliance. He's worked on Black Ops, World at War, and a whole bunch of other games. So this guy, who has obviously amazing credentials for top amazing super cool games like Call of Duty and Halo, you're saying that he's working with GALA Games and has created Last Expedition?
That is correct.
And just as I stated at the beginning of the video, the funding these play-to-earn projects received happened 2 years ago. A similar time to when Mirandas was released and initially in its development stage. Coincidence? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, for the second video from the benefactor, it is showcasing a new map coming out to a different GALA game known as Superior. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The development in GALA Games ecosystem just doesn't stop, and this is one reason as to why I believe that GALA has a successful bright future ahead of itself. The second reason, as I already mentioned, is the incredible team behind some of these upcoming games. But to give you a third reason, did you know that in the last 18 months 3 billion people have played a game on their mobile phone? 3 billion. The world has only got 9 billion people in it. A third of the population of the planet have played games on their mobile phone. And GALA have already stated that they are delving into the mobile game industry as well. The market is far too big to just ignore, and I'm sure that Web3 adoption and GALA will only continue to grow. As we can see here, a tweet from Classy Games. Web3 gaming has just started, as I've already stated. And what does he mean by this? Well, crypto gaming is an industry with high conviction players and a lot of mainstream attention. Number 2, many games receive funding in 2021 and are finally coming out with playable products in 2023, like I already stated. Number 3, Web3 gaming devs don't play around. I've always seen crypto gaming as a space that includes the players in the building process, which is something we don't really see anymore. And we saw that in the video put together by the benefactor. But if you can really connect with your community, that's only going to further spur on this project to be even better and something that everybody is going to enjoy. And then number 4, regular gaming giants are becoming greedy and ignorant, chasing dollar bills and ignoring the people that have made their success possible, leaving very obvious gaps in innovation which crypto gaming will help bring. And this is not all though. As I stated in my video yesterday, which you haven't watched, I'll leave a link in the description below. There are already massive gaming giants. We can see here a thread put together by Elio Trades. He stated that he got off a call with a gaming exec that had shipped some of the most iconic titles in history, billions in revenue, household names, and his passion for crypto gaming is only growing, and now it is his life mission to start building up this space. He is now delving into the gaming crypto industry. So now we have big names in massive corporate industries and now getting into the crypto gaming space as well. Simply put, if you're bearish on this space, just take 1 second to look at the many different games which are building awesome games in this ecosystem. Spider Tanks, Superior, Dead Drop, Illuvium, Mirandas, Champions.io. There are so many amazing games that are coming to the Web3 space. So those are my 3 big reasons as to why I believe that GALA is going to go very, very far in the future. Right now only valued at 4.2 cents. The growth is immeasurable. Should it reach $1, which with the recent release of the GALA V2 token and all the development coming out for GALA, especially this week, is going to be a big one. This quarter is going to be big as well. I'm sure that GALA is laying the foundation perfectly for the next crypto bull run. They have such amazing teams backing their projects that are already be responsible for massive games. They're connecting with the ecosystem constantly to help with the development of making their games even better. And as we can see, Web3 and mass adoption of Web3 and crypto gaming is only growing more and more by the day. So if you're not invested into Web3 gaming, I truly believe you're missing out. But As you should all know, I'm not a financial advisor and it's not financial advice, so do trade at your discretion and do your own research. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, then please like, share and subscribe, but remember, it's just a coin. And I'll see you in the next video.